Okay. Let's see, where are we going now? First, let's go to the left. Again, see if there's anything that popped up. Nope, just some rocks and reeds. Go see if our dad's any better. No, sorry, son, he's dead. But I love your brother. Right? Where is your brother, anyway? Oh, damn it. Kid's got a rough life. First, his mother dies because he's too weak. Then his brother dies because he wasn't fast enough getting the healing water. I'm sure his father will blame him for all of this in some sick, twisted way. Is the house? Okay. You really wanted to smell that. Oh, here's the dad. All right. Well, that was Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons. Overall, I enjoyed it. It was good. It was a good game. I really like the art style, the art direction. The ambience and the music was good. A bit loud at times, but that was good. Them not speaking like a understandable language. Honestly, I'm sure some people thought that added something to it. I didn't. I don't think it would have mattered. It was, regardless, it would not have changed anything. I think it was probably just easier for the devs to not have to... There wasn't much dialogue anyway. But I think it's easier for them not to have like multiple people speaking versus multiple language. You know, it's bad enough having to do text in different languages, but doing voices is a whole nother thing. It's not, it wasn't necessarily a negative, but I definitely wouldn't think it was, ooh, it added that artistic emotional flair that transcends language barriers. I don't really buy into all that crap. Again, I don't think it would have mattered either way, and I don't think the simoleon detracted from any of it either. The puzzles were really easy. I think the longest one I got stuck on was maybe 2 minutes, if that. So there was no really puzzle difficulty, but the puzzles still oddly felt satisfying to do. I think it was because it was interesting watching them be solved. It was interesting watching, watching it play out, like the arrow shooting the giant, or you swinging from the rope from your brother's waist, and things like that. I think that made it interesting to watch it play out. If the visualization of the puzzles unlocking was as interesting, I think the puzzles would have been pretty bland and unsatisfying, if that makes sense. But they did actually feel satisfying, again, despite being very, very easy. And like catching that giant in the cage, for whatever reason, just felt really smooth. The controls, I mean, there wasn't much controls. There's 2 analogs and 2 triggers. That's pretty much all there was to it, other than the camera controls. It felt good. Again, the big problem I have was just I personally had problems trying to control both brothers and not get them tripping all over each other, but that was more of an issue with me controlling it than a problem with the controls themselves. The story was interesting. I think it was pretty ballsy to have killed the brother at the end. And so now you've went to save your father, but now your dad is dead. And it was interesting how, at the end you were overcoming these obstacles as if your brother was there. So it was kind of like he's still there with you, and you've matured as a person as well. So that was interesting. Now, as far as game of the year material, and I only bring this up because it is the end of the year, I wouldn't go that far. It was definitely good, and I would absolutely suggest it to anyone, especially to go back and find all the stuff that I'm sure that I missed. But it was definitely worth a pickup. As far as a rating, I give between 1 and 10, where 5 is mediocre, with basically equally parts bad, equally parts good, and a 10 is perfect game. Nothing could be improved, and I never give anything a 10, by the way. I'd give it about a 7.5. And again, 7.5 is not the IGN 7.5 where a game is meh and it gets a 7. The 7.5 is still very, very good. And again, I definitely suggest it. As far as a price, I always give a price recommendation. I would pay. It's a very short game, as you can see. It's about 3 hours. Not a lot of replay value unless you don't look really hard to find the hidden things the first time you go through. But yeah, so there's not really much replay value there because I don't think there's really alternate paths that you can go, again, other than to find a few hidden areas or items like we did, or hidden quests like the turtle and what have you, because I don't think the turtle thing was necessary. It seemed like you only got achievements for stuff that was optional, which is that's cool. I'm down with that. But yeah, 15, like if you really get into these like emotional experiences, then yeah, I would say up to 15, maybe 20. 20's pushing it though, because it is so very short. It took me like maybe 3 hours to beat this, and it would take you longer if you again look for all the hidden quests and areas. But 15, I think, sounds like a fair price. If you're really not into it, you just want to play it kind of as a puzzle game, and you enjoy the atmosphere, but it's you don't play games to get an emotional high, if you will, I would say 10, even maybe 15, because it was a fun experience. The story was delivered very well. Again, despite having a understandable language, it was very easy to get the points across. Though there wasn't really anything that complicated, right? I mean, your dad's sick. You need to heal him. There's this magical tree that you get this stuff from, and things weren't very cryptic to begin with, so it wasn't necessary that they use detailed explanations, because it was pretty obvious most of the time what was going on, just because it's, not to use the word, but it's kind of tropey, a lot of it, right? Again, the sick person needs this magical remedy, and it's super hard to get to, and that's the adventure. So, but yeah, anyway, yeah, 10 to 15, I would definitely suggest it. Any less than, if you can get it at 10 or even 5, which I think I picked it up at 5. 5 is definitely a pickup. If you think even remotely you would enjoy this, 5, absolutely worth it. 10 to 15 otherwise. So anyway, that was Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons. Thank you guys for watching. As always, like my videos if you like them. It does help me out a lot. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. My information is in the description below the video and on the channel itself. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time.